A ghost or some sort of demon almost drowned my cousin right in front of my eyes. So I'm gonna be telling the perspective of this story from my cousin's POV at one point in the story because it's actually insane, and the fact that I witnessed this is even more insane. So this story happened a few summers ago when my family all decided to visit my mom's side of the family down in St. Lucia. All go should aside, if you've never been to St. Lucia, I so recommend going. It's freaking beautiful. Anyways, this story happened on the last day of our trip, and I will never forget the plane ride home because I just couldn't stop thinking about it. So in St. Lucia, there's many lakes and rivers around, and my cousin desperately wanted to show us this secret river that he knew about. And at this private river, he built like his own rope swing for guests and for him to try. So this particular day, it was just my cousin, me, and his dog going because no one else wanted to swim, and he's a teen, so it's not like it's just like little kids going unsupervised. So we arrive at the river, and oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Like there were waterfalls everywhere. It was green. It was just, I would low-key want to go back. Like, it looked like something out of a movie. So we all take a dip in the water, and we are having the best time ever, and then finally, it's time to try the rope swing. Now, this is when things started to get a little bit creepy. So as my cousin was setting up the rope swing, I remember his dog turned away from us and started barking at the bushes. So at first, I'm thinking like, you know, it's an animal watching us, so I get kind of scared, and I signal my cousin. I'm like, yo, can you come over here, go see what that is? So his stupid self goes and tells the dog to attack whatever's in the bushes, and when the dog goes, he starts barking like really loud, and then all of a sudden, we hear this really loud screech from the dog, like it's crying. So we immediately run over to see what's going on with his dog, and when we get there was nothing. Like there was no cuts from his dog, no bite marks, no nothing. Just, we don't even know why he was crying. So his dog continued to cry, he was hiding behind my leg, and my cousin goes, he's probably spooked from like stepping on a branch, which I thought was BS because what? So anyways, at this point, I want to get my mind off of it because right now it's just really weird, and at this point I wanted to go into the water. But what was really off-putting was that his dog kept licking my legs and kept jumping on me, almost signaling that I shouldn't get into the water. So I'm catching on to his cues and I'm like, alright, I'll sit down with you, I'll play with you. Don't worry about it. And while this was happening, my cousin went back up to the cliff to set up the rope swing. Finally, the rope swing is set up and he asked me, he was like, oh, do you want to go first? And I was like, nah, you should go first. Like, show me how this thing works. And now, y'all, this is when I'm gonna switch to his perspective. So right now, my cousin is at the top of the cliff and he jumps down with the rope swing and he tells me that as he was entering into the water, he heard a scream. That, of course, alerted him because he thought that I was either getting attacked or his dog was getting attacked. But keep in mind, me and the dog, none of us made noise. Like, we did not scream or anything. So he told me that as soon as he entered into the water, he immediately started to swim back up, but was stuck. He told me that when he was underwater, he opened his eyes for a split second and saw a figure there standing over him, holding his head down. He told me that he thought this whole time that it was me holding his head down as like a game or something, until the grip of whatever was holding him down got tighter and he could not breathe. So from my point of view, when I saw that he jumped into the water and he didn't come back up immediately, of course I was concerned until I started to see the water splashing and I was like, okay, maybe he's like playing a game with me. And the reason why I say that is because he is an excellent swimmer. Like there's no way that he would just drown. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to swim. So I thought that he was messing around and doing this to freak me out until I saw that the water stopped splashing and his dog was barking nonstop. He told me in that moment of when the water stopped, it was because whatever was holding his head was pushing him down further into the water. So when I saw that there was no activity in the water, I quickly jumped in, I swam over and I grabbed him. And thank God he was not far out, but when I pulled him up, he started hitting me. So we both ended up doing a recap of what happened, and when he told me, I was like, no, why would I purposely try and drown you? Are you serious? Like, what? Till this day, neither him nor I have absolutely no idea what was holding his head down in that water.